A
Oh,
lot
it's a
of
good
these
time.
women are looking for meal ticket, and I'm not saying all women are. A lot of women are out here calling, I'm a boss bitch, but you ain't bossing nothing but your mouth. Yo, Jordan, let me tell you,
Yeah, what
you
up,
was here
man?
last week, right? Last episode, we was talking about
Hmm.
unconditional love. And you know
All
what?
of
You
it.
said, hold on, pause. Let's leave it for the next folks and the next episode so we can dive into it and talk about unconditional love. Cause you know me, I done been hurt in my lifetime. And since I done been hurt, I'm the kind of mother sucker that just be like, unconditional love don't exist.
Hurt
But
people.
hurt people do hurt people. And so I'm here to talk a little bit about essentially unconditional love, how I don't believe it exists, and it's just conditional love, and hurt people, and a whole bunch of other things that we're going to include in it. As we continue and talk about it, I am a strong component of unconditional love till you do right by me. For y'all that have never seen Color Purple, hi, you told Hoppo to beat me. Nah,
Oh no.
but
Oh
either way,
God.
unconditional love, I don't believe it exists. Before I dive into my the method to my madness, the dark soul in which that I call my heart, all of the above, I'm
Evil.
gonna leave it
Evil
to
heart.
you. And before we jump in, everybody, welcome to Two Shades of Black. I'm your boy
Hey.
X. My counterpart over here, that's Jordan.
That's me. I'm Jordan.
I'm
I'm that guy.
Batman. He's Robin.
Nightwing.
Whatever
I'll
makes
be
him feel
Nightwing.
better. Either way,
Nightwing.
back
Thank
to the
you.
point. First topic of the day, we diving into unconditional love. What is your thoughts on unconditional love?
Well, my friend, you tell me it doesn't exist. So,
It don't
since I
exist. I'm telling you, it don't exist. But I'm
well,
sure
since
you're
I'm
gonna think
Robin,
something different.
I gotta go off everything you say. So whatever Batman says, go. I know. I guess.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's
Unfortunate,
finally understanding the nature
but
and the
hey.
dynamic of this podcast.
Yeah, no, we don't follow rules around here. We don't do that. No, all jokes aside, man, I think unconditional love is one of those things that maybe a word that doesn't need to be utilized anymore. And hearing you and your evil heart, and you're like the heartless from like Kingdom Hearts. Only my nerds would get that. Those little things that look like ants that run around and got kicked and got beat them up and stuff like that, and their hearts they're like all black. They're like you.
I I
So it's just like one of
I
those things
encourage it
where
all. Yes.
um it's like you gotta not feed into the darkness like you. Um you get where I'm getting
I
going
don't
with
know if
that.
he's trying to call me dark because I'm a darker complexion, and he just doesn't realize that chocolate is in, caramels to the curb. So look at him. Look at the way he just drinks from his bottle. He puckers his
What my
lips.
chocolate my
Yeah, that's light skinned motherfuckers for you. That's light skinned motherfuckers for you. But let's get back to it.
No. All right, I quit playing, man. I had coffee at like 6 p.m. so I can make sure I'm ready for this. I'm a little yipped up right now, guys. Um, it's really hard to really agree with you on certain things, man. But when it comes on conditional love, it is not easy. I don't think it does exist either. I was thinking about like, do I want to go against the grain on him? Because that's what we typically do. But I will go into a stance where I'm not. I agree to an extent. But I'm still going to say that I believe that we love conditionally to a part where there's no we don't see anybody else and we love that person until there's nothing until there's like that last straw. And I think some people have a patience and a value of somebody that they're
Mhm.
willing to look past a lot of different things, such as somebody cheating on somebody or somebody putting their hands on them. I do not condone violence, by the way. Domestic violence is horrible. You're a shitty person if you do. But I also want to make sure that, you know, the understanding that a lot of people will be in relationships, and I've had, family members that I put in a domestic situation, and I would just say that a couple people have put their hands on the person who did that, you know, and that person ended up going back with that person. And it was like, why the heck did we even, you know, show this person what a top turnbuckle is? And, not, and there was no, and this person goes right back to that person. So it's kind of like that person still thought they were doing something right with someone that was putting their hands on them, right? So then we look at, finances, and I think that plays a big part in a lot of relationships. Some people just, want the man to be a breadwinner. Sometimes the man might be a hobosexual, don't have a place to live. So it's one of those things where it's like how long they willing to,
Did you
put
just
up with
say
this person.
hobosexual?
I sure did.
For the
Hobosexual.
people in the back, what is a hobosexual?
I'm so glad you asked, X. So a hobosexual, hey, pretty much, is a hobosexual is a person that literally comes around probably about maybe September, October, when it's starting to get a little cold outside. They don't got nowhere to go. Instead, they weasel their way into, your home. And now this hobosexual living up under you, calling you babe and this and that, but they ain't got ish. Wait, are we past a couple minutes? Can we curse now? Can we curse now? You did say the MF word, so motherfuckers trying to shack up with a person who got their own stuff, doing their own thing, and they think, well, if I shack with her or him, who knows? There might be some female homosexuals. But all I'm saying is this: they may shack up with somebody for the wintertime, and once summertime comes back out, they left because they finally can go back outside. And if they have to sleep on something outside, then they're willing to do it because it ain't that cold out there. So, ladies, stay warm on your own blanket, and if you need a blanket, get a weighted blanket. You don't need that scrub. And yes,
My
you're kind of close
God,
to a scrub.
Jordan,
Homosexuals.
I think you just described me. It's cuffing season.
No, 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 no. There's a difference. You're not a homosexual. You
Because
actually
I
have
got
a
a
home.
home.
That is your home. Yes, homosexuals
Oh,
are the ones that
okay.
try to cuff. They try to cuff, but they
Gotcha.
don't got nowhere to go. They got to go back to
Ooh,
their aunties or
you
mommy
scared me
daddy's
for a
crib.
second. I'm out here like,
No,
hold on, time out.
no, wait a
When it
minute.
come to cuffing season, I don't want to go home. I ain't trying to be lonely. And most of the times
See,
because of
cuffing
this
season
dad
cool.
bod. I'm telling you though, because
Oh
this
my
dad
god,
bod
you
I
said
got
teddy
right
bear,
here,
huh?
boy. Yeah, they like to cuddle up. I keep
Oh
you
my
warm.
god,
I keeps them warm. So you
ladies,
know
he
what?
keeps you
It
warm.
the temperature dropping down just a little bit, and with the temperature dropping down a bit, ooh, snuggle, snuggle. Shoot, what's better than
But
me?
I will
It
say
ain't a
this, my
snuggie.
snuggle bear.
It ain't a
Hey,
snuggie.
I will say this, little snuggle bear. There's a difference between you and a homosexual, and I can't be friends with a homosexual. And you are my friend, so I will let you know, like, hey, you on those activities, you on those hobo activities. I can't let you do that. So, ladies, stay safe out there. The homosexuals are among us. Stay safe. And if you need any advice about if you think you see a homosexual, call 1
Just
800
come to me.
Jordan
Just
Got You.
come to me. No, no, you don't need to go him. You don't need to go to him. Just come to me. I like it when they
Okay.
call me Big Papa. Hey, I'm dead. I'm dead. Either way,
Okay.
back to the
But,
topic. Unconditional
yes.
love. Go ahead. You got it.
All right, let's finish up my stance here. I don't want. I've already been too long winded with it. But what I am saying is, I think unconditional love only goes so far before someone starts making that love conditional, due to the fact of scenarios, situations, and circumstances. Because what we don't know about a person that we're with is how they act when it comes to when the going gets tough, right? So we got to see how they handle things. Like, what if I lose my job today? My person going to be with me afterwards? Is this person only if is this person only with me for only my handsomely good looks? So if they're only with me for this, what happens if X hits me in the face with a crowbar because he's a jealous, hating chocolate man. So you just never know.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
So will she still be with me if I'm looking kind of rough? Or if I start looking like Edward Scissorhands, are you gonna still be with me? So at the end of the day, these things are unconditional to no longer. And the thing is, it all depends on scenarios and variables. I think that's when you start figuring out who a person really is with you. Now, like, somebody that may lose a limb or become, handicapped. We don't know. Is that person still going to hold you down? And I think that's the scariest part about being human as well as being in a relationship. So, overall, to answer the question, I think unconditional love is really just conditional love.
And another one bites the dust. They on my side. But
Oh boy.
here comes my part of it and how I feel about the unconditional. But before I go into it, and I drop it, I did have a friend of mine who came into our channel. Thank you, Labella Vi. I appreciate you
Okay.
coming on the channel, making your comment. It's gonna be, it's gonna be posted up here where everything is gonna be put up for anybody that comments. And I feel like it needs to come up on the show. I'm gonna go ahead and put it up here high in the sky so we can go ahead and discuss it. But
All right.
Labella Vi left a comment on our channel stating, those aren't conditions of love. Those are the conditions of a relationship. You can still love someone and no longer be with them. When I looked at it, I was like, all right, you know what? I can respect that.
Mm-hmm.
But then she hasn't answered back. But then I had a question to rebuke that. That don't. I rebuke it in the name of Jesus. But the rebuttal to that is, then I would have to ask, do you believe there's a difference between types of love? As in being in love and having love for a person. Is being in love the same as the condition of being in a relationship? And for me, I'm trying to kind of get to this point in picture. Look, I'm not saying that someone may feel like they're in an unconditional love situation. But if I'm really diving deep into it, I say this. Love can only happen if both parties are putting the same amount into it. You can't be in love if only one person is in love. And let me say this, because in order to be in love with someone, love has to be given back to you. Because if it's only one way, you just have an infatuation with somebody. So, the other thing that I wanted to point out is this, and this is where, Jordan, you may disagree. I believe love is a choice. Love is a decision on who you're going to fall in love with. I am a firm believer that, you the perfect person for me. I couldn't help but fall in love with that individual. No. Oh, you disagree?
Love is not a choice. Love is
definitely a choice. Love is definitely a choice. Is a relationship a choice?
Yes.
So how is love not a choice?
Because you can't control your feelings for somebody.
Yes, the hell you can.
Well, if you can, then you must be a cyborg or something. Because I'll tell you this: when it comes to relationships, yes, you are absolutely right. You have a choice to decide: do I want to be with this person? Do I want to courtship this? Like, do I want to make sure this person is my person? But you can't sit here and say like, "Damn, I like this person. Let me turn that off because I don't want to like them." You can't. Some things you just can't control.
I beg to differ, and I'll explain why.
Please do.
When it comes to love in any relationship, in order for, like I just mentioned, I put this in a strategic order for a reason. In order to be in love, you both have to be invested in that love. If I choose not to love you, not be in the relationship, I'm going to go walk my happy go ass out of the room and we ain't together no more. It's my decision if I decide that I want to go ahead and harvest what this love will become.
All right. Let me ask you. Is love a feeling?
Yes.
Have you ever caught feelings for somebody?
Yes.
Did you have control over those feelings?
Yes.
You're telling me that every person you've had feelings with, it was just like, oh, I have feelings, let me give it to them. It wasn't something that just you had no control over. Have you ever hooked
How
up
do
with
you
somebody?
not have control? I don't get it. If you like
You
somebody,
don't.
yes.
You like
If
somebody.
if you like somebody, that is your choice to like that person.
No, it's not. You
If
don't have a choice.
How do you not have a choice?
Because scenarios and situations sometimes control the narrative. So what I'm saying is, if
Absolutely
you are
not.
around somebody, okay, all right. Let me ask you this: you could just say yes or no or plead the fifth. Have you ever dated a coworker?
Yes.
Did you see this person daily?
Yes.
Why did you date the coworker?
Because she was fine as hell and I wanted to clap them cheeks.
Okay, all right. So you had a choice to pursue that, right?
I did have a choice.
Okay. Did you have really much of a choice of who you work with in
No.
this position? You're around this person, right?
Yes.
So you started to have an interest of this person.
Yes.
Okay. But
But
was
it
it by
was my
choice?
decision to pursue that person.
You can have a decision to pursue a person, but you can't control if you have feelings for this person or not. It's either you're gonna like them or you're not.
Absolutely.
There's
No,
no
no, no,
choice
no,
in
no,
the
no, no,
matter.
no, no, no. Absolutely, I have a choice in the matter, and I strongly I'm gonna use the same scenario that you just used.
Please.
I have a coworker.
Okay.
You know what? She has a great personality. How many
Yeah.
people in this damn world do you like every single girl that you meet that has a great personality that you vibe with?
Some people do, but you're
No,
asking
no, no,
me.
no, 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 no. That's not what I asked. I
You're asking
asked.
me. Do I
I'm
like every
asking
girl
you,
that?
have
Okay.
you liked every single girl that you vibed with?
Okay. Liking as in
No,
what
no, no,
though?
no. It's a yes or no question.
It's not. Because
It
if that's the
is.
case, I can.
Do no, no, no. Yes or no question. Do you
Okay, so
want
I'm
a
answering yes or no.
relationship or date every single girl you vibe with?
No, I don't
Thank
know.
you.
That's not a.
No,
You can't
no.
say yes or no.
How?
That's not a real yes or no question.
How's that not a?
Because
It's
there's
how does it
because there's
not a?
variables.
Well, I'm not talking about variables. I'm talking in your lifetime, Jordan. In your lifetime of the 30 plus years you've been in this world, have you liked every single woman you have vibed with, whether it was over anime, whether they were intellectually intelligent, whether they can hold themselves in a business manner, whatever the case may be, every single woman you met that piqued your interest, did you have feelings for them?
No,
Exactly. You can control who you have feelings for and who
that's
you
not
don't
the
have feelings
answer.
for. That is the answer.
I cannot have because you're saying that because I'm saying no that I have control over who I have feelings for, right?
Exactly.
That's not full control of what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can say okay, let's just say that it's a person vibes with you, yada yada, you're spending time with somebody and you get a chance to know them like, I really don't like this person. You have a choice to step away. I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is if someone piques your interest, you don't have a control if you're gonna like them or not. It's either they're gonna like them or you're gonna like or not like them. There's no choice. It's either you're gonna be like, damn, this is the person I want to spend. Your freaking bestie's a
That
prime
is the
example.
choice. That is the choice.
Choice.
Literally, you have two
Your choice to
decisions.
pursue.
You can make two decisions in that, to pursue them and not to pursue them. Those are two choices. You
Pursuing
literally
is not
just
the
said
same
it.
as liking.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you like someone, are you not going to pursue them?
necessarily. They might be you. If I like somebody and I see a bunch of red flags and I feel like this might be a bad idea, but you know what? This person seems like I have something I like.
Then you really didn't like them. You didn't like
That's
them.
not true.
You didn't like them.
Control the narrative.
No, it's not controlling the narrative. Because if you truly like them, you like them for them and all that they come with and all the encompasses of them. If you chose not to date them, you didn't truly like them enough to pursue them. That is what I am trying to explain to you.
You're trying to explain to me that you have a choice to pursue, but you're saying that
maybe you're just a hopeless romantic. Maybe you're just a hopeless romantic.
Maybe I am.
And
maybe I am.
You know what?
Because
we agreed to disagree.
You're a Scrooge when it comes to love, and you're just so mean and evil because you're telling me that you have an on and off switch on who you freaking love, and I believe that is the most bullshit thing I've ever seen. You don't have an off. Well, then
how?
Maybe that's why you're single.
So how do you get out of a relationship? Can't you just say, you know what? These are the qualities I no longer like. I'm done. I walk away. That is making a decision not to like that person anymore.
And how many people get back together when they do some shit like that?
I'm not talking about other people. I'm talking about you and I.
Are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and I.
Talking about you and I. Okay, so all right, and say that again to me then.
How many people have you been in a relationship where you're like, I no longer like you anymore. I'm done. So you can stop liking someone.
I don't think it necessarily goes away, right? The moment you do it, I think it's really a matter of making sure. If I say
somebody is dead to me, they're dead to me.
If that's how your breakups go, then hey, buddy, if you're killing them off,
that is not how my breakups go. But I'm using the dramatic. I'm using the absolute dramatic part of it. I'm not saying every girlfriend that I've had. Look, we got a little off topic with the unconditional love, but at the end of the day, I'm looking at it this way, and it's my time to talk. I'm looking at it this way. Unconditional love, relationships, to me, it is a choice. When it comes to unconditional love, like we last episode, I do not believe that it exists. And I do appreciate, Bella, you putting that these are the conditions of the relationship, but the relationship is the love. And therefore, the love has conditions. Without the relationship, there is no love. So therefore, they're one and one together. Could you have a relationship without the love? For me, you gotta have it. Am I saying you're in love with the person? No. But you have hopes for that relationship to continue. Now, if you fall in love with this individual, the love and the relationship is predicated on the mutual respect, the conditions. And if these conditions are met, the love continues. But if the conditions are not met, one of us are going to be unhappy. And if one of us is going to be unhappy, do you stay in love with that person if one of us is unhappy? Eventually, yes, you got some outliers. You got some dumb mother suckers out there and broads that are out there who don't know they left shoe from the right shoe, that's going to stay in a relationship and continue to return to someone that don't love them because they got deeper issues, they got deeper psychological problems that they have not solved yet. And yet they don't want to be outside. They don't want to be alone. Look, I saw you go like this, Jordan. I don't care. At the end of the day, the people out there who's having these problems need to hear it. Because if you're in a relationship and you're talking about, oh, I love them unconditionally, you're damn retarded. You are damn a fool. And I'm saying it and I'm meaning it. Look at my face in 4K. If you're in a relationship and someone's not treating you correctly and you don't want to be, and you feel like you're being used and it's a bad situation and you can't realize that, you're letting your trauma run your life, and your trauma is going to run your ass into the dirt. You can say I'm evil for it. You can call me mean. You can call me whatever it is. I'm not heartless. I understand. I understand my truth. I am emotionally intelligent. I just don't have empathy. I don't have empathy for the dumb people out there who stay in relationships when you know the relationship is coming to an end and you don't know how to break up, or let alone you don't know what to do to get yourself out of a bad situation. I'm going to leave that there. But
I just gotta ask. Can I have the editor like put like a little thing next to you of the Heartless from Kingdom Hearts so we can compare you and the Heartless together? I think you might be one of them. Just make it just let you know.
It's not heartless. It's like the saying goes, would you rather me tell you the truth that's going to hurt you or a lie that's going to make you feel better? I'm not here to lie to these folks.
Okay.
I'm here.
Maybe
I've been in those situations. I've been the damn retarded person that stayed in a relationship where I didn't have to be in that relationship no more. Yes, I'm using the R word, and forgive me for all the people that that checks the disability box on the applications. But look, when it boils down to it, we all have choices in the things that we make in this life, whether it's being in love, whether it's being in the relationship that we want to be in. Our heart might be doing it, but our mind is telling us what the hell to do. And if we let our hearts always control and dictate our decisions, this is why we have so many unhappy people that need damn therapy. Oh, you got something to add, Jordan?
No, it was you said it's your turn to talk. I'm letting you speak. I'm chilling.
Look, maybe we need to move on to the next topic because your boy cooking right now, and
I see. Go ahead,
and the
chef.
kitchen is hot. The kitchen is hot. So I'm gonna lay off for the people that have done all they've done in this lifetime. So y'all know if you felt some type of way or this got under your skin a little bit and you feeling a little defensive and you want to be in my comment box talking about you're rude, you're ruthless, you're cold-hearted, all of that, look at yourself in the mirror. I might have been talking about you. On to the next topic.
All right, next topic. So you're not done talking here because I'll go over the next topic. So next topic is: are we afraid to date somebody? Afraid to date somebody is incomplete because we might build them up to be somebody else, build them up for somebody else. What I mean by that is, let's just say you're dating somebody and they're kind of like a working project. And are we afraid to date this person because let's just say that we got our stuff together? We build them up and they're like, all right, now they're at the peak of who they can be. We unlock that potential. Any of my anime fans know about Gohan's unlocked potential. So that's a segue to my man's other podcast if we're talking anime. But anyway, so when we're talking about this,
Thank you for
are
the
we
shameless
afraid to
plug.
date them?
I'll be putting the link in the
Absolutely.
bio.
Hey. So what I'm saying is, do we like are we afraid to do this? Because let's just say it's a build a girl, right? Build this woman up, help her get on the right track, and the next thing you know, we break up, and now she's complete for the next man. Or the other way around. Woman finds a man homeless or whatever, he don't got nothing, she helps build him up, helps him get an education, and next thing you know, he bosses up and leaves the creator in the dust. So my question is, are we afraid to date people because of that? Or is that something that, only certain people think of?
This is gonna be unpopular by most on my take. I don't know if this is
Okay.
me coming from a hurt
Most are.
place.
Most are. Most of
I
your
don't.
takes
Yeah,
are unpopular.
I don't know if this is coming from a hurt place or this is just based off experience, TikToks, YouTubes,
Oh,
all of the above.
his voice
So
is low, guys. This is about to get real.
I'm a firm believer in that men are typically raised to build. In all honesty, they're just raised to build. When from the time that you're a youngin, you're supposed to learn how to do all of these skills. You need to learn how to talk to women. You need to learn how to treat women. You need to learn how to pay the bills. You need to know how to have all these different types of skills. But the one thing that I've always learned, and because I was raised in a household of women, it was never taught to the women in my household how you treat a man. How, when things get
Mm.
difficult, You're supposed to bring them in, nourish them, understand that these are the trials and tribulations of marriage. That is a lot of things that is not being taught, and I'm only again, it's from my point of view. Some women out there may have it, or some women just never have been through those pains to get there. And why I say it like this is, in today's modern society, we've said it in past episodes. If you haven't seen it, make sure you go ahead and check it out. Numerous women, and I'm not saying all, but a large amount of women are are looking for an already complete man. And in turn,
Okay.
they're not even in the same situation that they're looking for.
Oh,
A
oh,
lot
that's a
of
good
these
time.
women are looking for meal ticket. And I'm not saying all women are. A lot of women are out here calling, I'm a boss bitch, but you ain't bossing nothing but your mouth. You barely paying rent. You're using men on Tinder, Bumble, and all of these to feed your behind for the week. You on food stamps, and that might be coming from a hurt place. But either way,
Wait,
what I'm saying,
but females are homosexuals too?
females are homosexuals too. And what I'm saying is this: you are asking a man to come in, provide everything that you're looking for, the idea of a relationship that you have in your head, but you haven't put the groundwork and the foundation yet to do that in return. Now, am I on here to bash women? Absolutely not. Because there are men out there that is the same way, where I call fuck niggas. Excuse my white folks. I apologize. I dropped the M bomb.
Here's
But
my
here's
wife.
what I'm gotta say. And just because I use the word nigga don't mean it's pertaining to just black. Because I'm going to call a white person a nigga too. Because look, at the end of the day, I say this. There are men out here scouring this God good earth for good women who's willing to give a man that might be down a potential chance of a relationship, the education that they've already gotten, and yet looking to build them up. But you know what? There's always that person on that other side who don't look at it the same way. Their biggest ambition is to tear them down. So, to answer your question, Jordan, are people afraid to date people less? Yes. Because you know what? The people that are most afraid has been scorned. They've heard the horror stories. They've heard about the different situations that, and I'm gonna say, and I don't want to say it, speak for all women, but I'm gonna say a lot of the women, because girls gossip to each other. They've been in a situation where they paying for dinners, they're paying for everything. He ain't got no job. He just stay at home playing Xbox or PlayStation 5, all of the above. And vice versa, till kingdom come. Men has been in the building of family phase. So is it on both sides? I believe fear is on both sides. There's outliers, but everybody now, and I'm gonna generalize it, everybody has now in the back of their head have that little small fear of being let down, being used, or being hurt. And so that is a lot of the time why when we go on dates, people are hesitant to be honest. They're very dishonest about who they are. They sometimes build themselves up bigger than what they really are, all because they're afraid of rejection or afraid that they're going to be looked down upon based off their current status. That's my answer to that.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that, and thanks for cooking a little bit.
I cooked a
Appreciate the
little bit.
meal.
I
A
put a
little
little
bit.
bit of seasoning in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
What is your
Absolutely.
thoughts? Do you think people are afraid to glow up in relationships?
So, listening to you talk, and when we brought up this topic, one of the things I thought about was like, oh, I think about things that I've done, things that I've been through, things that I'm currently dealing with, right? And I look at my current junction right now. She should probably like hate me about it later, but let's I like
Are
being
we talking about
transparent as
someone we
well.
both know?
We are talking about somebody we both
Uh,
know. We're familiar with this person. But I
Love
always got to
ya.
be
If you're
real.
watching this, love ya. It's not me.
Oh wow, he said exit stage. So for me, I thought about this, and it was one of those things. Like really, it's like one of those things where I have these random thoughts. Not necessarily means that I'm actually going to go through with them or anything like hoping for the best or anything or hoping for the worst or anything like that. But it's just like, well, let's just say hypothetically, my situation doesn't work out. I really don't gain anything from it. But in reality, she would gain more. It doesn't mean it's anything less than, but it's more of she's being taught on how to really be loved. She's being taught on what it is to have this relationship and what I bring to the table. Now, granted, do we all learn from different situations and scenarios? But I know when you understand and appreciate somebody and you're dealing with a learning phase with anybody, there's definitely levels that you see things that you wouldn't typically see because some people it's just like sometimes when someone goes out to dinner and they don't have the same table manners that you are accustomed to, right? That doesn't mean that they don't know how to have manners. It just means they just haven't learned it yet. So again, when I look at that, I look at different people, and where I'm going with this is that everybody has just like what they say is a heart doesn't break even. But also, when it comes to relationships, we don't come into a relationship with the full emotional intelligence as one person may have than the other. So, like my friend, I'll give my friend an example. He is in a relationship with somebody, and the thing is, if they break up today, she's kind of like screwed. And the reason why is because she doesn't have really much to her name at this point. He's kind of like fronting the bill, right? Now, granted, he's decided to take that on. And you can learn things from anybody. You can learn like, whatever a person's from, you can learn the background, you can learn different facts. But when I'm looking at their relationship, she gains more by being with him than he does being with her. And the thing
I don't know if
is,
I 100% agree, but I'll let you finish cooking. Go ahead and keep cooking.
no, you're good. You're good. This is the reason why we have these topics. So what I'm saying is, whenever we break up, no matter what, this is the probably the reason why we have like prenups and different things. But when we're talking just strictly relationships, like people gain more knowledge depending on the situation or the type of person. Because let's just say some people could just be manipulators and manipulating the whole relationship. Some people
Right.
can be actually willing to that make this person a better person no matter what the outcome is. How I am, type of person I am, and I always have thoughts about everything. Like I'm always thinking what can happen, good, bad, to ugly. Do I think that my person will they grow after this if there was an after? 110%. Because it's a Jordan effect. That's just me and my confidence and my abilities and my emotional intelligence. I truly believe that anybody I'm with will learn something and grow because it may not be good, it may not be bad, but at the end of the day, it's going to be something. So, what I'm saying is, will I build my person up 110%? But will I be mad at them having a glow up because of me? No, I can't be mad at it, and I wouldn't be afraid to date somebody because I know that I can build them up. And one thing that you said before I let you jump on the topic back on the topic was you said we as men are like instilled with this thing about building. And that's absolutely true because if anyone plays Madden like myself, I'll grab the crappiest team and try to build them to a dynasty or college. I'll make sure I got all 5-star recruits. But
He
yeah,
said
they'd be like, yeah, Jordan
Madden.
put me on that. Jordan put me on that. But yeah, I like being able to say that I can help somebody mold somebody to a better person because I'm all about uplift. That's the type of person that I am. So that doesn't make me afraid, but that doesn't mean that some people are like, it's in different people's songs. Like with Kanye West, it'll be like at the end of that one song, on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy with Chris Rock, like, Easy taught me. Like, well, damn, girl, where you learn to suck all that dick? Easy taught me. Like stuff like that is like where some men look at things like, oh, I showed her how to do this. I showed her to flip the bag. I showed her this. Like, well, why are you trying to take credit for something when you're supposed to build that person up? I don't. I wouldn't be afraid, but I know I can understand where people could be afraid.
Now, I don't agree with you when you said that in any type of relationship there it doesn't break even. You're right. It doesn't always break even. And I'm not gonna get into your person, your current relationship, especially on air. Not. But when things break apart, we do learn things from other individuals. I do believe in every single relationship there is things that you can take from that relationship that you learn.
Okay.
And what I'm saying in this part, it may not be tangible things. It doesn't always necessarily mean I put you on business game or I put you on all of these, this, that, and the other. But there are other ways that you can take and gain things from. For example, and maybe this is my softer side, it can be you learn patience, you learned empathy, you learned understanding, you learned different cultures and backgrounds in dealing with different types of individuals. It doesn't always have to be I learned the books. I learned intelligence. I learned how to use Microsoft Excel. I learned how to do all of these things. That's my point of view of it. And I'm not talking about your relationship in general. I'm just talking about in general. Where if there is a massive gap in between the dating realms of the two individuals. Because I've dated up, I've dated women that were more intelligent than me, and boy, there was a gap. Sometimes they walked wonders around some of the big ass words they've used around me, and I like to believe I'm an intelligent person. But I've also dated down, where I had to teach them A to Z. Sometimes I felt like, and
Trying to
sometimes I
figure out where
felt
you're disagreeing with me at.
well when you I was so maybe I'm just being my head right now is being retarded. But what I was there I go again using the R word.
Yeah,
I
no,
guess where I
go ahead.
gathered based off what you're saying, you said you would probably be leaving the relationship with less.
No. So I'm not saying less. What I'm saying is, I said things don't break even. What I'm saying is, it's more so a person can gain more from me than I could of them at that junction. Is what I'm saying. That's not a slight to anybody. It's just like if somebody marries a millionaire today and they only had like $200 in their pocket, and then next thing you know they get a divorce, they end up with a little more. So what I'm saying is, all the things that you just said are definitely things that I pretty much elaborated throughout. I'm not sitting here saying that it's going to be less, it's going to be like they're being put down. What I'm saying is, I know given the relationship that I currently are in, that if it broke a certain way, there will be more things and intangible things that they have gained than I have. I'm not sitting here saying I haven't learned anything. I'm saying I am able. I can tell, given because this is like you say, you're not putting my business out there, or nor am I trying to put business out there. What I am saying is there's more given from one side than the other. That's not a slight at that person. It is more of, hey, I've been able to teach more than receive more at this current junction. Doesn't mean you can't learn later, or that there isn't something that can happen. Let's just say that she hits the lottery tomorrow. Well, hey, now I know she got more money than me. So all I'm saying is it's not about less or more. It's more is that like you can there's certain ways that like you said, example prime example is patience. I think some people learn that. Sometimes people learn that inadvertently because of things that they're doing. Like somebody may not understand, or like you said with the old person you dated up, they may if they wanted to actually date you, if they wanted to date an ex, they'd be like, this motherfucker don't know what the hell I'm talking about right now. I may have to show more patience to dumb down what I'm saying to him so we can have this conversation on his intellectual level. Now, to you, you might think, oh, she calling me dumb. To somebody else, they may be like, oh, she wants to teach me. That's patience. That's someone willing to make things work. That's all. Just want to clarify.
Gotcha. Well, then let's get to the last topic, then, sir. And this one's on you.
We always talk about, this should have been like the beginning of the question, but anyway, like we always talk about, like, man, some people are looking for, like, I need the perfect man or the perfect woman. They don't exist. What if they did exist, right? Here's what I believe in society. I believe that the perfect person existed in your life. I think people would still expect them to change or try to change them no matter what. My question to you is, if the perfect person fell into your lap right now, do you think unintentionally you would try to change them?
Absolutely,
Or
because
that's
I ain't
something
shit.
that we think, well, I guess the question's over then.
No. And here's, if we're specifically talking about me, is there a perfect person? And what I mean by perfect person, I guess if we're talking about intelligence, we're talking about characteristics of personality in the bedroom, all of the things that we went through it. You got to go back to the past episodes and then make sure you see what my traits are about what a perfect woman is for me. If she crossed off all of mine, I would say I still would have something that I wouldn't. I would look to improve, or I wouldn't be happy as, because we're always evolving. And because we're always evolving, I didn't like the same things I liked last year that I like this year. So, if we're talking about a perfect person, and a way I'm understanding it is this: she's perfect for me in the time that I meet her. And if that was indeed the case, then for me, I look at it as, yes, I wouldn't say change. I would say part of the personality that she's going to need to have is to be adaptable.
You would change her.
Yes. I changed my blow up doll, but I'm just kidding. I ain't got that. I'm fucking around with y'all. Look,
don't act like Rasputia ain't in that closet back there.
I would not. Rasputia. I don't like big girls. Two big people don't deserve to be together. That's a lot of friction.
How do you know why Rasputia got to be big?
Because Rasputia is big off of Norbit.
Maybe you just named her that because she had a fat ass.
Look, I'm be honest.
Show us the doll. Show us the doll. Show us the freaking doll.
I don't have a doll. I don't have a doll.
Lying.
And I'm a firm believer.
Hole in there.
Look, I gotta
doll,
be.
Yes or no?
I gotta be Mandingo to get through my stomach lining and her stomach lining for there to be any intercourse. If we both gotta lift our stomachs up, this don't belong to. See, you started this. You started this. Look. So let me take that step back. Let me take that step back. You're gonna get me canceled. I ain't know I'm gonna have all the I'm gonna have the retarded people. I'm about to have the Alphabet City, and now I'm gonna have the obese community coming after me.
I'm gonna have to start my own podcast because you gonna get us canceled. God,
and that's okay.
A spin-off.
And that's okay. Anyways, what I'm saying is this. See, you just sit laughing. I'm trying to move on. I'm trying to move on.
Go ahead.
All right. Go ahead. So, as far as the perfect person goes, I don't believe there's a perfect person for anybody, because we're always constantly evolving. So if I did find that perfect person, I would expect to have some changes, because, like I mentioned, I'm not the same person I was yesterday. My likes, my loves, and my passions change on a constant. Just like I have a flavor of the week, sometimes I got a flavor of the month. Is she gonna have to cosplay into being an Asian girl? Is she gonna have to cosplay into being a Spanish girl or Hungarian or Russian or French or all of the above? I like a little Australian accent. So, what I'm saying is this. When we have to get in relationships, there's sacrifices. There are sacrifices that I know I'm going to have to do in order when I get into a relationship. And that's probably one of the reasons why I have commitment issues. It's because it's like at the end of the day, am I ready to give up the world? I ain't meet all the women in this world yet to settle down for one. So, the way I look at
You're
it
never
is
going to meet all the women in the world.
exactly. And maybe that's why I have my commitment issues where I haven't done the settling down. I mean, I've tried. They don't always work out. So maybe it is on me. Maybe there's a lot of things that I still have to fix. Maybe I have to come to realization that I can't have the whole world. And because I can't have the whole world, I got to sacrifice my happiness and settle for one. I'm sorry to my future wife.
She ain't gonna be there. Not with that attitude, buddy.
All right, sir. What about you? Would you want to change the woman you deem to be perfect?
You know what, man? When we're dialing up the questions and whatnot, I thought about this, man. And on some real, I don't think that we as humans really appreciate what we got in front of us until it's gone. And I think sometimes the perfect person does exist, but I think that we're just afraid to accept it because we're always chasing some type of ghost. Now, I do believe that there's a fine line between settling and appreciating what you got. Um, because I believe in always going after what I think that I can do to be the best person there is, and growing and being. And you're right about one thing. A person like yourself and I, we are always striving for greatness. We're always trying to look better, to go into the next thing. We kind of want our partner to kind of do the same. No one wants to be stagnant or complacent. So, I mean, and I think I said that in the previous show. Like, I don't want to be around somebody who's just okay, which is living normal. Now, granted, there's nothing wrong with it to anybody that lives a normal life. Wake up, go to work, go to bed. Um, that is okay. But it's like when we're talking about a relationship, my thing is this: it's like, okay, this person comes in my life and is legit like, hey, Jordan, I'm everything you asked for. I truly believe as a man, my dumbass would be like, yeah, you might be like 5'7", but what if you're like a little shorter? Or what if you're a little taller? That's how us men think sometimes. And I think once we change that narrative and appreciate what we do have and highlight the attributes and things that that person has and exhaust those things. Utilize everything this person has because this person is choosing you. I think when someone starts comparing you, like saying, "Well, X, you don't got the mandingo for me, so I can't.
I'm
I'm
okay
not.
with
No,
that. I'm okay with being a short stabber. Somebody is gonna like this
short
small little itty
stabber.
bitty witty bitty.
He's just short stabber. Oh my god.
My nickname when I was younger was Fallout Boy. I'm just
All
playing.
right.
I'm just playing.
No,
I'm just
that
playing.
can't be it. But
I'm just
uh,
playing.
that can't be it. You ain't allowed to have that name around me. It better not be.
Oh wow. I guess I'm not the perfect friend.
No, no, you ain't allowed to be called short stabber or Fallout Boy around me. You'll make us all look bad. You're gonna make us all look bad. You're gonna scare all the hoes away.
Well, sir, I'm not running a train with you anytime soon, so I think we are good.
I don't know. know, man. I don't know. I might get the green card for that one. But no, man. All jokes aside, I do believe that we as people sometimes take advantage and forget about what we do have instead of going after things that we don't have. And I think you and I have discussed this before about myself. There's sometimes where I am chasing ghosts. I am doing way too much, and sometimes that's why I call myself Jordy Hamilton. 'Cause I'm always trying to do too much, and it's like I'm always writing, I'm always thinking about different things.
And he
So
means Hamilton the
overall,
play, not Hamilton that played for the Detroit Pistons.
thank you. Good musical, by the way. Anyone ever want to watch it? Tell me what you think. It's really good. I definitely want to go see it. But all jokes aside, man, I really think that if we start appreciating more and smelling the flowers while we still got them, giving the flowers to the people around us, we can appreciate that. And if there ever be a situation where you're no longer around somebody, or in a situation where things don't work out the best, you can sit there and appreciate what you did have at that time. And
So
I
it
think we need
sounds
to
like
have a
you're
better
that guy
appreciation.
who's it's not always the grass is not always greener on the other side.
And that's the thing. I used to think that the grass was greener on the other side, but
But
I
you
think
said you
I've grown.
but like you said,
Explain.
you don't really appreciate what you had until it's gone.
Correct. And that's where I think a lot of us as humans like miss the mark on, where we just like, well, I wonder how the neighbor's grass looks over there. How did that person look over there? Would it be better? Would it be better
Well,
over there?
that's today's day
Sometimes
and
it ain't
age with
better.
social media. We comparing everything.
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna
And
lie.
you look at it.
And I'm the same
Like,
one.
look at it,
I'd be
man.
like, I need to get in her DMs. And then I end up swiping up to go on to the next. And I'm like, okay, this one's a little bit better. Unsend the first DM. Send this one. But
That's
I could have
horrible that
probably
we
been in
have
my
that
wife's
many.
DMs.
Yeah, that's the truth. But I mean, that's a little far fetched. I mean, there's no wife for you right now.
Where do you
You got a lot of
but where
growing
do
to
you
do.
think most relationships find their true love? It's social media.
Nah, I think it's in person.
Nah. I don't think the people in today's age, ever since COVID, people are finding each other less and less in person than they are online.
That may be true, but I'm a little old school, so I haven't dated anybody from like online.
I'm old school too. I've been catfished too many times.
It's horrible. It's
I'm
horrible.
telling you.
Like, I've seen the people, man, like date, and I've seen this day and age, and I'm just like, I couldn't, couldn't. But like going back to what you're saying, there's a lot of choices, and I think that sometimes we get too big headed. Like, well, Shorty over
I
here might have a
deserve it
fat
all.
ass. Yeah, Shorty over here is a fat ass. She got some nice lips. She got some nice tits, and we're looking like all like this the whole time instead of just focusing on this one person who's willing to give you whatever. I think once
Okay,
we
Sensei
appreciate that,
Jordan. But that
you
also
know,
comes
I think
back to saying if or is there unconditional love where you can just love that one individual when you got all this buffet of people out there? Hell, it's like Vegas nowadays in your own living room where you can go to Vegas and you can have the Asian pan Asian buffet and they got everything from steaks to sushis to egg rolls. And then you open
just
up your
saying
Instagram and it's the same way.
those egg rolls are better because they're filtered and photoshopped. But
And
anyway,
you know what? It
um,
makes you almost want to go to the mainland.
you know what we're doing next year?
Oh, you want to go to Asia with me? You
I
ain't
don't know
ready
if I'm
for it.
allowed.
You ain't
I
ready
don't know
for
if I'm
Bangkok.
allowed.
You ain't ready for Bangkok.
I don't think I'm allowed to. I think that might be the worst decision.
Nah,
Y'all ain't
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
take
friends after that.
I'm gonna take you to Ho Chi Minh. I'm gonna take you to Ho Chi Minh for sure. That's where I learned to be a true hoe.
I'm good. I think I'll pass on that.
It's okay.
Um,
Lady boys are great
I'm
too.
just gonna go to. I'm gonna just go to Super Nintendo World and call it a day.
All right, we
Somewhere where
gotta go
it's
to
safe.
Japan. We could go to Japan.
Well, no,
Anime,
like you're not
Super
coming.
Nintendo.
You're
Oh,
you're not
oh,
coming.
I'm not coming.
You're not.
Oh,
You're not.
I'm uninvited. Oops. Well, you heard
Let's
it
go
here
find me
first.
something.
You
No,
heard it
no, we're
here
not ending that.
first.
Stuff. No, no, no. You're not going to end up having me behind some princess or doing something I ain't supposed to do. Because that is something you'll get me into, and I'm not
Who,
having it.
me? I'm
Yes,
very
sir,
shy.
you.
I'm a very shy, reserved individual. I would not do any of those things on live TV.
Okay, all right, go ahead. And finish here.
Well, you've joined us for another episode of Two Shades of Black, where next episode, I'm going to try to get Jordan in trouble with his girlfriend. So, make, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for your boys, and we'll catch you next time. You going to say anything, Jordan?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna get out of this next episode. But hey, y'all, I appreciate that. The episode, man, was great. I only yawned a couple times.
I'm dead. All right, till next time.
All right, y'all. Two shades of black.